So, we're going to discuss dating and falling in love, falling for somebody. So, thinking about what are the very, very beginnings of a relationship. And so, two different theories. One is Reese's wheel theory of love. And so, that is saying that you hit it off with somebody and you love talking to them and you find out that you have things in common. And it's just, they're easy to talk to, you have a rapport. And then as you talk to them more and more, you reach the self-revelation stage. And if you think about this like wheel theory, think about a wheel spins and momentum gets going. But you start to tell the stories of how you grew up and who you are and what you like, and you really get to know each other more than a surface level. After that, you count on talking to each other. Like you're used to being a part of each other's lives. And so you are um, used to, hearing from each other every day or every other day, or like you have a consistency built up. And then finally, intimacy need fulfillment is the moment where you're like, you know what? I want to be with you. I want to be boyfriend, 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 girlfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend. I want to be together, and you kind of, I guess, put labels on it. So thinking about the ways that love gets started and picks up momentum is what Reese's wheel theory of love is all about. Then this one actually works in a little bit of different way. Sternberg's triangular theory of love. You can see right there in the middle, you have consummate love, the ultimate love. And what Sternberg is saying is to have the ultimate love, you need to have these three things: intimacy, passion, and commitment. Now, intimacy you can see at the top of the triangle, and that's actually, intimacy sometimes means like physicality, but in this particular instance, Sternberg means friendship, like a deep friendship. Over on the left-hand side, you have infatuation. That's being really, really attracted to each other. And then you've got commitment, that you're committed to each other. So you've got these three different things that come together. But then let's look at the combinations thereof. Okay, you've got romantic love. You're really, really attracted to each other and you're really good friends, but you don't have commitment. So I guess this is called friends with benefits. Is that even a thing still? I don't think it's a situationship. I've learned about that from my students. But that you're not committed to being together with each other long term. Then on the other side, companionate. You're really, really, really close friends and you're really committed to being in each other's life, but you're not attracted to each other. But now let's look at the bottom. The bottom's the weirdest, right? Fatuous. You're really, really attracted to each other and you're committed to each other, but you're not really good friends, right? This is actually the people that like whirlwind romance. They meet each other and by the end of the month they're married or something. That like you don't haven't had the time to develop the friendship. Friendship takes time to develop, right? And so that's what fatuous love is, when you're like just totally enamored with someone and then you're immediately committed to them. So when we go through and talk about these things in sociology, and I'm lucky enough that I get to spend a semester specifically teaching sociology of families. One activity I have students do is called must-haves and deal breakers. If you had to write a list of all the things that you wanted in a person, what would be on that list? And I will tell you, after doing this many, many, many times over the years, um, humor, funny is usually the thing that's said the most. But technically, and if you think about it, like when we go back to Reese's wheel theory of love, having the same sense of humor is like having thinking somebody's really funny is really, really like you really oftentimes are drawn to those people. But I just said it, having the same sense of humor, or at least thinking somebody's funny. Because technically we all have senses of humor. Like I'm actually really usually sarcastic and I have a pretty dry sense of humor. And that is not for everybody, right? Some people do not like that sense of humor at all. The people that are like really silly and playful and childlike, yeah, that's not exactly my sense of humor. So, like, thinking about the fact that just what makes a sense of humor compatible. If you were to write a list of must-haves and deal breakers, the things that you just absolutely, the attributes, the beliefs, the activity, whatever it is that you really want in a person, and you're like, nope, I'm not okay with this. I would challenge you to think about if you met somebody that just had so many must-haves. What deal breakers remain a deal breaker no matter what? There's some that absolutely are, right? Honesty or being dishonest, right, would be possibly a total deal breaker. Cruelty, like a total deal breaker. But sometimes the things that are a little bit more lighthearted end up on deal breaker lists, like, um, doesn't like to go out too much, something along those lines, right? If a person has a whole ton of must haves, does that remain a deal breaker? Maybe it does. And if it does, you know yourself, that's awesome. But like thinking through what are really, really deal breakers? What are really, really must haves? Hopefully, this has given you a chance to kind of think about the momentum that starts a relationship, what we think is important, and gives you a chance to think about what's important to you.